By the way, get your free ebook, The Chase, written by me, by clicking the description down below where it says get the free ebook. And there you'll be able to get that book that teaches you guys how to get a guy to chase you and how to keep a guy long term, similar to what we're talking about in this email. Just go to my website, mindfulattraction.org, and put your email and name, and then you'll get I think it's audiobook. Yeah, I think it's audiobook. You'll get it for free on your email. So do that now, or else I'm closing the channel. And we're having seminars across in the United States and Europe this year and next year. So just sign up for that email list also to get updated. We're doing one in July. Listen, man, the first thing is that to keep a guy, honestly, it's not about how attractive you are. I swear to God. It's really about the fact that some women they're just bad decision makers. They don't know how to judge a man's character, right? They see red flags. They see that they can't stay in one spot. They see that they consistently want the newness. They see that they have addictive personalities. They see that they've never had a relationship. They see that their dads was always cheating on his mom, and yet they expect him to be different. A big part of keeping a guy isn't about dating a guy. It's really about learning how to read a man's character, right? Some women, because they're so infatuated with having a relationship, that they ignore the red flags because you want it so badly. It's really that simple. They go for guys that on paper look good, and they fail to read his personality. And also, let me tell you something, man. Keeping a guy doesn't mean that you've been with someone for 3 months and then you find out they don't want a relationship and then you leave and you're like, oh, that didn't work. No, it worked. You found out he didn't want a relationship and it didn't work out. Like, keeping a guy isn't a bad thing. Sometimes if you have strict standards, most of the guys that you meet are not going to fit your standards. And that's okay. Because realistically speaking, the people who are good for you are like 5% of people. That's like 1 in 20. Like one in 20 people that you meet for potential partnership, 1 in 20 are going to be the ones for you. So if you're watching this video, I want you to understand that if you think just because you've had failures with the last 2 or 3 guys, no, man, that's normal. It's normal. You're not going to keep every guy you meet. What the hell are we talking about? The only way you could keep every guy you meet is if you got the most banging body on the fucking planet, and the only reason why they're staying is because they want to bang you. But if you're looking for a relationship, yeah, you're not gonna keep every guy. Some of those guys are not gonna want what you want. You might seem too serious. You might seem too weird. You might seem too needy and creepy because you want something long term. Oh, you wanna hold me down my whole life? Oh hell no, I'm not gonna do that shit. That's needy. Like, honestly, and it comes down to the next thing. They have to have the same values, because wanting something long term to a guy that only wants short term, you look needy. You look needy. You have to accept that most of the guys you're going to meet are not going to meet your standards. It's okay. The problem is that when you have low self-esteem, you're naturally going to blame yourself. You're going to say, woe is me. Whatever narrative you give yourself, whatever narrative you have about yourself, it's going to be amplified when the people that you want don't want the things that you want, right? So that's one thing. Oh my God, we're getting shorter. Yeah, you're getting shorter, right? Get what I'm trying to say? So the first step to this is not about giving you tactics to keep them. It's to give you a realistic expectation. It's that if you want something serious, most guys nowadays are not into that. At least when they're younger. When they get older, yeah, they're gonna. But the culture that we live in today is it makes it difficult for long term. But it's still possible though, because when a guy who is also looking for something long term, when they meet a woman who also wants the long term, they're gonna hold on to you. They're gonna hold on to you because they also experience what you're experiencing. They're also experiencing the same frustration. The hard part is finding each other. That's really the hard part. Once you find someone that also wants what you want, everything becomes easy. And it comes down to the next thing is don't try to fix him. Like, whatever he is today, assume he's going to be that next month, next year, then in the next decade. Trying to fix people will cause you to once again lose touch with reality and start getting needy and creepy and start to project your own insecurities onto them. Meaning, They're everything but the fact that they do crack. So he has everything. He has the body, the job, his mom and dad are together, but he does crack. So you try to help him not do crack without realizing you're making that mistake. No. Go for those who are completely and utterly ready. Now there are some things that you forgive, right? Crack is not one of them. Well, maybe he's broke right now. Maybe like there are some things that you forget. For example, like what are some things that you forget that you forgive? Maybe he's late sometimes, right? Or that's something you forgive. But you get what I'm trying to say. Like there are some things that that you can't tolerate, like hitting you, smacking you. Another thing, some things that you could tolerate. Maybe they're awkward. Maybe they're weird. Maybe they have a job that you don't like, right? Or maybe they play too much sports, or like what I'm saying. Things that you can talk and find some place of middle ground. Like for me, the last girl that I dated, she didn't like the fact that I didn't cuddle with her enough, right? And that's fair. Like I could work on that. Like I could be right before going to sleep, I'll cuddle with you. It's no big deal, right? But you try to work things out. There are some things that you can work out, but then that crack, don't try to change them, man. Let them be. The next one is don't go for the inconsistent. Listen, a big part of keeping guys is not about that you don't know how to keep them. It's really about the fact that you just don't know. You just go for people who don't like you back. And you find the fact that they don't like you back as though maybe you gotta do something different, or maybe you gotta learn that spin a Rooney, or maybe they're sad and you need to be a little bit more warmer. No. Inconsistent behavior that makes you feel insecure because of them is something that you don't fix. Don't try to fix them. Don't try to change them. The real solution is to walk away. Like that honestly, that's really at the crux of it. I'll be honest with you, right? Because once you find the right guy that has the same value system, that has a family, has example in his life of his dad treating his mom right, he sees the example of a good relationship, has good emotional maturity, he's consistent with you. You don't need me. Like, you think people didn't date before I existed? Like, it's really about just learning how to realize that if you're with them and it's been after 3 months and they don't want a relationship, leave. Because if you stay, you're wasting your time. That means you could have met that guy on the 4th month, and because you stay with that sin vergüenza, you're wasting your time. You're not allowing other guys to come in. A lot of the times you just pick the wrong person and you stay with that person, and that becomes an on and off relationship. They become inconsistent. Your ego gets involved, and so it's a lot harder to walk away. So even if there's great opportunities, you stay with a guy that's inconsistent because you're just already like addicted to the drama. So this video isn't, men are wired to like a woman who shares the same value, who wants what they want long term. You don't need more strategy. You just got to learn how to observe those types of guys. Know and identify them, because once you identify them, they're there. Don't go for the cheaters. Don't go for guys. For example, I discriminate. I don't date DJ girls. I don't date girls who do cocaine. I don't date girls who are perpetually on Tinder. I don't date girls who tell me that they're cheating on their boyfriends with me. If I just stick to women who are more conservative, who clearly have a history of long-term relationships, who want marriage, for example, those girls are not hard to get and keep. In fact, I remember I used to see them as needy and creepy and desperate. I remember, because I dated this girl who she's a Muslim now, but she wanted marriage, right? She wanted marriage. Not Muslim, what's the other one? Hindu. She wanted marriage. And the intensity made me look at her as though she was Melissa, to be honest with you. Now she's married. She's having a kid in a few months. And I see her now, and I'm like, no. My addicted self, my dopaminergic self, saw her as I saw her different values in a negative way. I projected. A guy that wanted what she wanted, she was his princess. She was everything that he had, because she was a baddie. Let me tell you something, man. She's a fucking baddie. But I saw her, the fact that she wanted commitment, and the fact that she wanted something stable, and the fact that she wouldn't go out much, and that she that whole thing, I saw that as boring. That's because I was a wrong guy. And from her point of view, she's like, what did I do wrong? Why couldn't I keep him? I'm like, girl, you couldn't read the signs from the beginning. He was into other women asking you to bring another girl in. You saw he's always single, right? He's always traveling, can't stay in one spot, right? He smokes weed all the time. Nothing wrong with that. That doesn't mean, But like the signs were there. The signs were all there. And her job was, as soon as she saw that, walked away. Well, guess what? She did that. And she found a guy, and now they're together. They've been together for not for a long time, but now they're having a kid, and it's working out perfectly for her. And she didn't need any strategies to keep him. She just had to find guys that wanted what you wanted. The hard thing is that guys lie, and guys deceive. But you could kind of tell when a guy lies within the first 3 months, because if he says he wants what you want, you could kind of tell whether or not they're lying within the first 3 months. The real hard part is detaching yourself. Once you see that they don't want what you want, is walking away, and that's really the hard part. But you're always gonna know who you're getting yourself with. And if you're not willing to walk away, you're gonna lie to yourself and say, "No, maybe he just does crack and he'll stop." No, man. Like that, what they are now to who they'll be 10 years from now. This video is really not a negative video. This video is just to tell you to stop trying so hard. Like, have a filtering system and make the filtering system the tactics. Don't make tactics to filter people. No, have your filtering system. Know what you want and know what you don't want, and learn how to quickly identify. And I can promise you, yes, 90% of the guys you meet are not going to be for you, and you're going to discard them. But then that 10 to 5%, it's going to be so easy. Get what I'm saying? Anyways, man, by the way, like I said, people, join our email list. You can get that free audiobook, The Chase, where I teach you guys. I wrote that book many years ago, where I teach you guys the strategies that I teach here. It's in an audiobook, so you guys can just listen to it and stuff like that. And if you guys want to work with me one-on-one, go to mindfulattraction.org. And that email list, honestly, I'm gonna start sending articles. The writings that I have on my post, on the post community post. I'm gonna start writing them on the email list and sending to you guys. So, a nice little incentive. You guys know that those writings are kind of cool, right? They're kind of nice. Anyways, guys, be safe, and yeah. Are you medium creepy? Do you have a tough time coming across confident when you like the person? A lot of the times you just don't know what to do. You have habits and patterns that whenever somebody triggers you, you completely forget what to do the right thing. Well, guess what? I have a course for that. And it's called The Psychological Game of Attraction, Natural Chemistry, and The Feminine Woman. What I call the fundamentals. All of those courses are meant to eradicate and exercise the needy, creepy parts in you through action. Meaning, you do what the videos say, and without a shadow of a doubt, you actually get the results. You'll notice that men call you back more. Men will want more relationships with you. They're gonna be the ones that are needy and creepy. They're gonna be the ones that want something. They're gonna be the ones that are the aggressors in trying to get a relationship out of you. But the problem is that a lot of people just watch 1 or 2 videos and completely forget that there's actually a system. Don't just watch one or two videos. Get the system either by purchasing all of them and get a discount, or purchase them individually. Because a lot of the times just watching one video in isolation, you actually miss the big picture. You have to understand why it works. You have to understand what to do next. And a lot of times my videos just can't address that. A lot of people, you'll see by the testimonies right here, a lot of people have done what those videos say, and they've gotten results. Like the other day, I was in Mexico, and they were like, "Hey, Alexis," and I'm like, "Hey, oh my God, you watch your videos are so great." And I'm like, and she was like, "Look at my kid." I'm like, "What you talk about your kid? That's not my kid." She's like, "No, because of him. Because of your videos, he's here." And I'm like, okay, all right, that's a thing. But I get that a lot. And ironically, that woman watches all of my videos, right? So purchase those courses, man. And if you don't like it, you actually could get a 30-day money-back guarantee, right? Purchase them individually, or get a discount and purchase them all by clicking on the description down below. You have the option of purchasing the one with the bonuses, that obviously it's more material, where it's like I give you guys meditations. There's also other courses on how to make friends, how to master anything, or you could purchase it without the bundle, which is much more affordable. All right, and with that, you guys are able to support my channel, which will allow me to make more videos. Okay, anyways, see you guys inside, and thank you.